Nuh-uh. I'm first. Lord, I almost didn't push start. I am so tired today. Oh God, I have to film these videos. Today is a I have to slash I need to slash I want to go to work. Um, I need to work. Good morning. I am tired today. I did not want to push. Did not want to push start. Did not want to push record. That is why I decided to go live because I have to show up for a live stream. So, so I'm here. I need chat to hold me accountable to filming the 4 videos that I want to slash must film today before I go back to being a full-time streamer in a couple weeks. So I really, today is one of those, I just don't want to do jack shit videos. So, it isn't just you. It isn't just you. Ooh. I'm really excited though. There's a lot of really cool stuff I got to film today and I'm excited about it. Lots of stuff, racing game, music, bad games, great music. Hey, what's up, bye? It's good to see you as always. VGM for the road, rhythm game music again, dead game, great music. There's like so many awesome videos I have to film today. Yes, I know about the new Guilty Gear song. I have to get to it. I'm hoping maybe even to hop into some Pokemon stuff today. I'd like to do another Kirby video today. And then there's Mega Man. I have to film this Mega Man video. So there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on today. So I figured I would just push play and or push record and hey, what's up, Cleric? Oh, and Cleric, thank you for your email. I appreciated that very much. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get my brain on. You lost your motivation? When you plan on listening to Night Rain OST, I bet you, if you were to go to the channel right now, you might find everything you're looking for. That's all I'll say. Or you can wait a couple days and I'll have like 5 videos out for you. It's your choice. Yeah, the new HSR boss music, I would like to try to get to that. It's lower on my priority list just because I have a bunch of stuff I need to film. But I also want to film that because I'm really curious about it. I've heard nothing but good things and people have been asking. And usually when people come to me and they're like, hey, that's how I know that it's something really good. So the Genshin theme, the boss theme. So we're just going to crack on today. Take a couple minutes here to just hang out for a few and then just dive into actually filming. There's just so many things that I must do in order to not feel weird or like I like to treat this like a job because it is a job. And I genuinely love it. But I need to make sure that I keep up with my videos, no Silver Palace yet, just because there's just not really anything. I mean, it was a really nice showcase, but I'm not really. Yeah, when it rains, it's always a drag, always a drag. What the fuck? That's so funny. But I'm really excited for Valkyrie profile. Hey, thanks, Laura. You don't have to do that. Top 3 Fire Emblem songs off the top of your head? Oh, God. None come to mind. Well, the Fire Emblem Awakening. That was the first thing that popped into my head. Fire Emblem Awakening. That was the thought I had. All right. What game franchise has my favorite music? What's your crisis? Well, I don't think I can help, but I'm happy to listen to it. My fate. What's your what game franchise? franchise has my favorite music? I mean, probably Final Fantasy, I'd say. Almost certainly Final Fantasy. No, your Switch 2 pre-order was canceled? Fuck. No. Walmart? Target. I haven't played Genshin in a year plus. Yeah, Walmart did that a lot. You know, I got the inside scoop. I called on Sunday because they had charged my card. And I was like, what do you mean you're charging my card at 11? And 11 p.m. And I called and called and called. I called 4 times, and they literally, the guy. So I talked to 4 different people. The last guy, it was 5 times. The last guy said, you know, we don't have enough stock. They're telling everybody a story about how their card got canceled or whatever, but the reality is that we don't actually have enough. But they made it seem like it was the cards. Okay, so someone told you the truth. That's nice. Yeah, we're watching the State of Play at 5. It'll be a separate stream, though. Very excited about it. Very excited about it. That really sucks, Zach. Well, hopefully you can camp out. Thankfully, mine. I was able to update my payment method, and the charge went through. So, but it was a close call there. Go to sleep. Oh, yes, Crimson. I keep forgetting about 8-1 Ultra Kill. Yes, I know. That's on my to-do list forever. Yeah, the Switch 2, you know, this pre-order stuff is getting kind of old. I mean, no one really needs to buy a console at launch. I'll tell you the truth. I've only actually ever owned one console at launch, and that was the PS5. But both for this one, both for the Switch 2 and the PS5, both times it has been misery. It is morning. Good morning, Dustin. Yeah, I feel like it's morning. I know. Scarlet and Violet gameplay. I know. That's like one of my first games I'm going to buy. Hi, India. You've given all but given up on getting a Switch 2. I mean, it's okay. Like, the thing is, like, it's the nice new shiny toy, you know? But I'm privileged because I was able to snag one from Walmart and everything worked out. But I totally get it. It's hard. The Switch 1 I didn't get until probably about 6 months after. Oh man. Well, I bet you'll get. What's up, Spyro? I have a feeling you just go, you have personal beef towards anyone who pre-ordered the Switch 2. Okay, well, now you have beef with me. Mario Kart World looks like it'll be fun, yeah. Hey, Sam, thank you. I did actually own the mystical launch PS5, yeah. I was up at 2 a.m. That shit was crazy. That shit was so stupid. Exactly. Hey, Zeddy, what's up, man? You have beef. I like beef, so I'm glad I have some too. Have I listened to any of them? No, I'm holding off. I'm gonna just kind of dive into it at some point here in the next couple days, and I do want to make a Mario Kart video, hopefully next week. It's co-op? Yeah. So, are we fighting now? Hey, Kabisi, what's up? You just beat Expedition 33 and you immediately went to watch my reaction. Oh, that's awesome. I hope you enjoyed it. I got to tell you the truth, guys. I've been feeling kind of down. Not about not to be parasocial, but not about music, but just like my place in the space, like what my purpose is. You know, like, it'd be so easy to just turn into a grift channel. You know? Oh, I'm sorry, Laros. No, I haven't. I'm sorry, I totally got distracted. No, I have not heard any Valkyrie. No, I haven't. But I mean, I know what it is based on the PS1. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Did I see the latest Warframe teaser? No. No. Oh, thanks, Thurbo. Ooh, wait, what's that? Hey, what's up, Ali Reza? Warframe teaser. I would love that. The one from 3 weeks ago? Yeah, then yes, I did see that one. I don't remember very much about it. Thank you, Laros. I appreciate that. You feel like I would do amazing ASMR. You feel like I respond to negativity too much on Twitter for my own good? Do I? I feel like I've done much less. Oh, there was a TennoCon teaser? Ooh, wait, what?
Welcome to TennoCon, the first ever event of its kind. Happy 10 years.
Thank you, all of you.
We are going to have a live music performance. It's time for some classic giveaways.
We have people from Argentina to Japan, from Singapore to Utah, Tenno from everywhere.
Hey, Cody, yeah, in 2
to
weeks.
celebrate what makes being a Tenno so special.
Hey, Char.
It's here for Soulframe, everybody.
TennoCon is a celebration of all that's happened this past year,
Hey, what's up,
and
Brian?
we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys.
Whoa. I like that a lot. Thanks. I know. I think I'm just tired. I'm just tired. So sometimes reaction content is sort of, I find it grating, even my own. Hey, what's up, Kenyali? Have I been persuaded to play Dark Cloud 2? No, it's not on my radar, just because of how busy I am. Ooh, should I do this? Definitely some Mass Effect vibes, but I also really appreciate the harp and stuff. Ooh, should I do porno game music today? No, I should probably do this separately. Maybe I will. I liked that. Bad games, great music. I don't think I doubt myself so much as I think it's just imposter syndrome, which is a very normal. It's a normal occurrence. I have played Shadow of the Colossus, Eric. Oh, I just actually I think I might. I gotta just make sure that these videos are not. I won't feature the video. Actually, I think I will. Hey, Robzo. Why separate? My only problem with, yes, happy Men's Mental Health Month and happy Pride Month as well. Yes, men's mental health. Well, everyone's mental health is very important, but especially men's mental health. I feel like there are many people that are struggling. Let's see, video game. I might do this bangers video. I think I've already done. There's a bunch I didn't do. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna be able to do this. Yeah, no, thankfully my Walmart order looks like it's all set. All right, let's see. We definitely are going to do VGM Forgotten by Time. Yeah, this sounds fun. I really want to do this. Hey, Cody, what's up? My mental health will be riding or dying depending on how many Cardathea pulls I get. Yeah, that's fair. Thanks for telling me about the TennoCon preview. That's really cool. I've been okay. I'm a little tired. Let's do another. I want the happy shit today. What's up, Eustace? Let's do. All right, so we're doing video game music forgotten by time. We'll do. Yeah, we'll do the porno music. Why not? That sounds like fun. I'm not going to show you images, so I'm not worried about it. Bad games, great music. Yeah. Yeah, this could be great, actually. Sure. We'll do this one. We'll do racing game music today. So I have to... Can I do this? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do... I play Alessandro. They sponsored me, and I played it on stream last year. Yes, I would say this is a pretty fairly safe space for the internet. So you know, we try to. I've heard some of the music of Senar, super dope. Let's do Japan only games. Yeah, I had today. Someone was like, "When are you gonna stop doing all this anime music?" I was like, "What? My anime channel is just sitting there. What do you mean?" What do you mean? I think they were just being xenophobic. Oh my god, you're right. I haven't analyzed Zoshia. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. You're right. The treadmill keeps on treading. I'll get to it eventually. All right, let's do racing game music. And I think I might be able to pull. That's like 30 songs in a day, but I think I can pull this off. If I could do this, then I can kind of take a month off, which would be great. Next games I'm playing are Stellar Blade and Wind Waker. I saw yours, Blue Guy. Thank you very much for making that. Thank you. I won't do those. Usually I batch those together. So. Oh my god, your gaming accounts got hacked? Dude, the other day Microsoft sent out a message and I was immediately like, "Oh my god, they're trying to hack into my fucking Microsoft account." I'm pretty hyped about 2.42, Akagi. There was a period of time there where I felt like there was a lot of bullshit in the WUWA space. I spend way too much time on Twitter though, so that's part of it. But 2.4 is also, I've been enjoying ZZZ again, which has been really fun. Not like just a little bit every day, just very like casually. Dead games with great music. Okay. Are these actual dead games? Let me see here. Yes. Someone wrote Genshin Impact. What the fuck? Fucking asshole. What makes a game dead? Yeah, Death Stranding 2 looks very good. What makes a game dead? You can't play it. Or there's like it literally doesn't exist. You could technically say it's also the rarest kind of game because they don't exist. Okay, what are we doing? We're doing VGM Forgotten by Time, a wholesome playlist, which is the porno stuff, bad games with great music. That'll take a little longer because I have to find tracks. Scary. What's up, Pillion? Scary VGM, but the game isn't scary. Yep, that's going to be fun. Racing games. Yep. And then, okay, I won't do Forgotten by Time. I think I'll do... Let's do Nintendo. And then if there's time... Hey, Solaire Lover. Ooh, Solaire Lover. Yes, they're all filmed. They just need to be edited. Actually, Wildstar was on the list. Hey, Yatko, what's up? Or Jotko, I guess. Let's do Mega Man. Yeah. Death Stranding, it sucks. I would love to do more. But the copyright stuff is tricky with, obviously Ludwig has his own compositions, but the Death Stranding stuff, I mean, BB's theme is one of my favorites. You're so tired? He just took my medicine out of my pocket, put a piece of trash on my kitchen counter, and threw my medicine in the garbage. Fuck. Caligo's theme is insane. I'm very hyped for that new Kirby update. I think this summer I'm going to try to play Forgotten Land on stream, hoping for July. I think Stellar Blade's about 30 hours, so that'll be about 2 days, 3 days. Well, no, that's probably more like 4 or 5 days. And then Wind Waker is the same. I'm not going to rush Wind Waker, so I'm looking probably about 50, 60 hours on that. That'll take us into July. I'm going to try to play 9 Souls the first week of July, and then it would be fun to play Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And then there's also like other releases in July. July's a big one. I can't remember what's coming out, but there's a bunch of shit. Plus Wuthering Waves stuff. So I don't have enough time in the day at this point. It's a delicate balance between filming, streaming, and being up to date with the games I want to play. Yes, I love Stellar Blade. Love Stellar Blade. It was my favorite OST of last year. Oh, and then there's also a Mario themed video. No, I'll do Mega Man. I owe Mega Man a video. Okay, so VGM Forgotten by Time. This will be... Oh, I've already done some of these. Hold on now. Okay. Let me grab these. So El Shaddai. Panzer Dragoon, I haven't done. Asura's Wrath. I haven't done. I mean, I've heard it, but I think Klonoa 2 was in it. Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. What the fuck is that? Alright, I've definitely not done that. Zeliard. Okay, sure. Did I do... Alright, word. Yeah, that sounds fun. Hold on now. Did I do Zone of the Enders in the last one? Yes, Demon. They're all done. They're all done. I just have to. We're editing them right now. We're editing them right now. Let's see. What's up for Forgotten Time? What the fuck did I title this video? Stellar Blades OST is definitely borrowed from Nier. Farming theme games? That'd be awesome. 5 p.m. EST, so I think that's what? That's 11 p.m. your time, buddy. Zero Escape. I heard there's a rumor that there's a Ace Combat Zero remaster. Wait, did I already? Yes, I did this. I did so much Clair Obscura stuff, my brain like short-circuited there for a period of time. I love Void Stranger. Clair Obscure. When did I know I filmed a... MMO. Oh my god. Wuthering Waves. Wuthering Waves. I really liked PGR this patch. I didn't read anything though. Hey, Aaron, I'm hoping to do it today, but I also have like 5 theme videos I have to do, so it's don't worry, enjoy your lurk while pulling weeds. Hey, Berserk, what's up? Hello, Orchid. Nice to see you again. Wait, what the fuck? I'm sorry, did I do Zone of Enders? I don't know that I did Beyond the Bounds. I feel like I've heard this before. Huh? Anubis. Maybe I didn't. Okay, I'll grab that anyway. White Knight Chronicles was definitely on that. Mirror's Edge, I think, was on that video. Ace Combat. Oh, Air Combat. That's the first game. Wild Arms 3. Ooh, Rayman Origins. Yes. Put that on there. Lost Odyssey, I definitely included. Star Ocean, the second story. Deus Ex needs to be on that. Did I do... Oh, what the fuck is this video? I know I did a video on this. I played Crash 3. I loved it. I actually loved Crash 3. Loved Crash 3. Crash 3 is really good. Yeah, thanks, Aaron. Yeah, no, it's definitely on my list. I just need to find the time. Pokemon. Video game quiz. MMO. Rules of Nature. Oh, I need to upload that video. My bad. I've done 1,500 videos. Isn't that absurd? I probably do too many things, but it's fun. I don't have a problem with that. Maybe I didn't. Did I film this? Did I upload this video? When did I do this? Amazing music, but the game sucked? Yeah, I do. It's called Night Rain. I have heard of A Hat in Time. I personally really don't like Night Rain, like at all. It's like fine. I want to play it sometimes, but I also really don't. I don't enjoy it at all. But it's a it's a good game, but I really don't like it. If I made a VGM music quiz, would you play it? I mean, you can definitely send it over to the mods, and they'll definitely add it. So, the Odin Sphere. I feel like I already. Okay, let me see. Mana Chemia Alchemy. What the fuck is this? Oh yeah, that sounds fun. Gravity Rush. Ooh, yeah. Okay, all right. Night Rain is fine. I mean, Night Rain is very cool. I think that there are certain things about it that are really, really fun, but in general, I absolutely can't stand it. I find it's way too fast. It feels like I'm like fucking like on drugs, and it's just too fast for my liking. And also, like, I don't find it satisfying to get ganked and then like have to punch my teammate to revive them. Like, the whole thing is just strange. I'm really happy that, I mean, that's the thing. If people like it, like, why would I don't, that's awesome. Like, I mean, there's a lot of things to like about it. I think it's some of the coolest bosses that FromSoft's ever made based on what I've seen already. So, I mean, like, it's dope. And I think, like, seamless multiplayer, that's awesome. I'm actually way more excited for Duskbloods now, because I really like extraction shooters. So the idea of having a FromSoft extraction shooter will be very cool. I also really enjoyed, hey Salo, what's up? I also really enjoyed Dark Souls 3 multiplayer very much back in the day. What's up, Changi? And so I'm actually really excited for Duskbloods. But I don't like roguelikes generally, unless they're deck builder roguelikes like Slay the Spire or Monster Train or any of that stuff. No, I got you, Spiders. They're already all filmed. I'm sure solo is super exciting. Yeah. I mean, I think like if the solo mode was really like tempered down or adjusted slightly, I would really enjoy it. I really enjoyed the operators, the night farers. Those are really cool. The bosses themselves are gorgeous. But just like knowing how long it takes to get to a boss and then dying pretty quickly while you learn a moveset, that ain't it. I don't have the time. I don't have the time for that. Have I played Wilds? Absolutely, I have. About 100 hours. It's definitely not for everybody. And I think that's okay. You know what I mean? Okay. So I think we're good to go for this first video. Let me just make sure I haven't heard this before. Not that it matters. Oh, fuck. I have not heard that. That's awesome. Okay, cool. These videos are less about knowing them. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a lot. Have I thought of streaming on Kick? I don't think I'm going to. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe eventually. I'm not opposed to it, but I don't see any downside to it just yet. But I don't really feel like, I don't know. I know everyone loves a blind reaction. It's true. Advent Rising? What's that? Hola, Mark. Okay, let me hide chat. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with my little like corner of the internet. I used to want like 1,000 people watching every single video, but honestly, like I've kind of changed my perspective on that. Like I don't really like crave that anymore. It's fine. I feel really happy with my like 150, 200 people ish. Like that's great, you know? Like I'd rather have people just like who definitely want to be there. I don't need 1,000 people in a stream. Plus it's also like less fun to moderate. And I feel like the energy would shift a lot. That's not really my like MO. Like, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Like my Wuthering Wave streams, I did make a statement. I fucking hate that I even said that, but, about not streaming WUWA, but the 2.4 live stream was so much fun. And it reminded me that like I get to curate the experience I have. So like, I think I'll probably stream those again. You know, it's been crazy. Like the difference is like having 70 to 200 people on a stream is really nice. Having 4,000 people on a stream, which I've now experienced, egotistically it seems cool, but it's actually really overwhelming. And it's much more of a performance versus like a small concert, if that makes sense. There are things in the performance world with singing called Liederabends, which are essentially like very small, fairly personal evenings where you gather around with like a group of like 100 some odd people and you kind of just sing songs. Smaller concert venues are the balance between performer and audience member is nicer in those smaller venues, because yeah, I mean, it's cool to sing like, you know, the Philharmonic and have like 4,000 people, right? But you're performing versus like engaging with and interacting with. Advent Rising. Okay, well, cool. I mean, let's see. I already have a list, but I mean, it's not impossible that we'll get there. Now, obviously, like, you know, do I love making money? Yeah, of course, but... Okay, 6 Night Rain videos uploading to G Drive. So we'll start uploading those today, which is great. Draco. Yeah, no, Twitch, I mean, Twitch sucks. Twitch sucks. No doubt about it. I have not grown on Twitch at all, and that's fine. YouTube is more my home anyway. Hey, Sabir, what's up? Yes, Andy, 6 videos are rendering and uploading to my G Drive now. So the other ones, well, I'll do one a day pretty much for the next several days. I know you're right. Okay, I feel mentally ready to film. Yeah, no, he messaged me yesterday, which I appreciated. I don't know that I don't know. I'm not ready to pivot over to Kick just yet. Well, in addition to. I guess I could use, yeah, actually, hold on. Beyond Bounds. Okay. All right, so we're going to do Air Combat, Rayman Origins, Icarus from Deus Ex. I don't know, Mana Chemia. I don't know what the fuck this is. Yeah, oh yeah, Zachary. I mean, right now I'm actually streaming. I'm singing on or streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and X for what it's worth. Panzer Dragoon, Asura's Wrath, and My Belief, Zilliard's music. All right, I'll probably do more listening than actively breaking down each of these tracks. So That Persona video is going to be funny because there's not a single Persona game I have enjoyed at all. Hola, Colombia, ¿cómo estás? I've tried Persona 3 Reload. I was really into until I had to have a social date with thanks Emily, with this guy that really wants to date his teacher. And I was like, in order to like level up Nekomata, who's one of my most used personas, and I was like, I don't want to hang out with this guy. Nah, fuck this. I uninstalled. I'm excited for Raido though. I'm excited for Raido. Raido looks really cool. I think the next Atlas game I'll try is SMT5 because I started. Oh, thanks, Patrick. Yeah, it is too bad, but I mean, I appreciate Persona games, even though they're not like games that I actually think I just don't think they're for me. I've tried I did like Persona 3 Reload the most though. Persona 3 Reload was awesome. To be fair, I did play 56 hours of Persona 5, so it's not like I didn't try it. You know what I mean? Like that's almost half the game, if not most of the game. So, I don't know. Deltarune today. I know. I wish I could stream it. Deltarune is tricky because of copyright, which sucks. 56 hours of Persona 5. That's just the tutorial. All right, I'm going to film now. I think I like SMT anyway. It's a little bit darker. It's a little bit grungier. The music is a little bit more experimental. I really don't like acid jazz, which this last weekend I actually forced myself to listen to most of Persona 5 soundtrack, and I was like, why don't I like any of this? Like, this is like one of gaming's best soundtracks, and I really just don't like it, which is really strange. Hey Sabine, how are you? Oh, nobody liked that Confidant? So maybe okay, but I mean, I really do like Persona 3, so I might just keep going. It's just that one guy, I don't want to go out and have fucking ramen with him. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, Afterglow, yeah, from Nikkei, I know. But isn't Nikkei's like fan base up in arms? At least global is, because of all the stuff, the quality of life stuff that China's getting versus global. I don't know. I also am playing way too many gacha games, so. Electro Swing's cool. If the other Confidants are better, then maybe I'll try again. I really do like Persona 3. The Beatles. Yeah. It's true. Taste is taste. People can't say, people can't say that your taste is bad. I mean, that's totally a subjective opinion. Yeah. But I mean, that's the internet though. All right, let's do this. I got to get my game face on because we only have 4 hours and these videos take a long time. And I need to make sure to get as many as I can done before State of Play at 5. So, all right, let's do it. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Marco. What the fuck was that introduction? Hold on, let me... 39. Yeah, hold on. Hey, Sagus, what's up? All right, we're at 40. Okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Marco. I'm a former professional opera singer, and I love talking about video game music from an emotional perspective after a decade on the stage. The reality is, video games get forgotten by time. Video games as an industry moves so incredibly quick, and I think we have to make sure to hold on to some of these amazing tracks that we hear as time progresses. We have to make sure that we don't forget some of the amazing pieces of music that have come out in video games. And we're going to just do that right now. No, what the fuck is this introduction? Hold on. Yeah. What's up, everybody? My name is Marco. I'm a former professional opera singer turned YouTuber, and I love talking about video game music from an emotional perspective after a decade on the stage. Video game music is important, and video games are moving at a faster rate than anyone could possibly imagine. There's a new game every single day, but at the same time, there are tons of video games that are being forgotten by time. Today, we're going to spend some time listening. Today, we're going to spend some time listening to some video games that have been forgotten by time and checking out some of their music. First up is, weirdly, Zone of the Enders, which I guess has been forgotten by time. I remember it pretty well. Let's check out Zone of the Enders Beyond the Bounds. It's amazing. Yeah, so I mean, we're halfway through this track, and I mean, I have to just stop at least one time to just talk about how, it's interesting. That track is really, at first listen, that track is super odd. It's a bit weird, honestly. But what I love about it is how much it takes the concept of never giving up, never surrendering, never allowing yourself to be like suppressed and rising up above the challenges that you're facing in your everyday life, and turning around and saying, you know what? No, I'm not going to allow myself to get caught up in this. I'm going to rise up against this adversity, and I'm going to triumph. And what I find really cool is that we essentially have three different phases of that. We have the first phase, which is that beautiful sort of placid, long bowing and the violins. And then the second section is that what we just stopped at. I'm like summoning my chairs to raise up out of there, it's very interesting how ethereal that is, how powerful that is. Maybe ethereal is not the right word, but it feels like it's transcendent is what I mean to say. Like there's a quality in that music of wow, it's so guttural. And also, like, there's a bit of exoticism within that as well, which I think fits it insane. I mean, Zone of the Enders is a mech game. Obviously, it's so much more than that. It's, if I recall, it's Kojima, isn't it? So there's so much that goes into this that it feels like there's like 4 different layers of the music. Because then after this fast section, we also have this very, very, very slow section, which feels much more introspective, much more, deep on the ideas of like, what is life all about? Like, am I really going to be able to do this? Am I really going to be able to, like, there's a bit of questioning in it as well. Now, through all that though, what cuts is this really pervasive sense of confidence. And I mean, it's just an amazing track. Like, is it weird at first glance? Yeah, but as you like sort of sit in it, it actually becomes this really almost cathartic and sort of monumental experience. I mean, it's like such a crazy good song. Wow. Yeah, literally, she's saying we have to take that step. It's now or never. And I love how the sort of self-decision to rise above adversity is in the legato section, which I find just so, I mean, it's so powerful because in the faster section, that's very easy to be like, well, my brain is kind of going a mile a minute. But when I stop and take a breath and I meditate and allow myself to be poised, that's when everything quiets down. And that's when we have the, hey, you have to take a stand, blah, 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 right? The sense of rising up into the face of adversity doesn't come from the chaos. It comes from stillness. And I think that's really dope. But it's also like very accurate to life itself. You know, I mean, oftentimes when we meditate or when we are allowing ourselves to find a moment of stillness and prayer or what have you, that's when usually we find answers to our problems. And we choose to, you know, try to tackle them in a different way. I mean, it's a very emotionally charged and powerful piece. Whoa. And it ends in major. Wow. Yeah, I mean, Zone of the Enders is, I mean, how many of you actually think about this game ever at this point? It sucks because, like, it's such a cool it's such a cool premise and such a cool game. And I remember playing the first one way back. I mean, what an amazing piece of music of really committing oneself to choosing to do something good and growing and diving into challenge and difficulty and adversity. Especially that violin is so incredibly virtuosic in the way that it plays, especially in the upper register and the upper strings. Like there's such a feeling of like, I really believe I can do this and I can trust in myself and commit to this. And launching oneself into that is, I mean, so incredibly exciting. What a beautiful piece. Terrific piece. Is air combat? Hold on one second. This air combat must be. Hello, everyone that joined in. Hope you're doing well. Ah, yeah, it's the first. Now, I don't know if you know this about me, but I am a massive Ace Combat fan. And Air Combat, which I believe is for the PlayStation 1, isn't it? It is one of the first iteration of Ace Combat as we know it, developed and published by Namco for the PlayStation. And it is actually the first title of the Ace Combat franchise. Now, not many people talk about this game, and I certainly have never played it, although I'm kind of intrigued because I just love Ace Combat so much. Today we're going to be checking out Head First from Air Combat. Yeah, like what a fun, I mean, it's just fun, right? I don't think it's that deep, but what I will say, what I think is really cool is that all these years later, you know, Ace Combat 7, I feel like the Ace Combat 8 announcement is imminent, you know, like it still retains this badass, now obviously it's a bit more orchestral, but we still retain that prog rock element in Ace Combat's music. Now we've had all sorts of different iterations on it. We've had, you know, flamenco guitar, we've had, tango qualities, we've had epic chorus, but we always end up getting one or two tracks that have this incredible electric guitar or this incredible, like, you know, sense of drive, which is very, very common and very normal for the Ace Combat soundscape. And in this case, Air Combat really sort of launched as that style of energy within each of, you know, the subsequent Ace Combat series, and I think that's totally fair. It's a dope track. I love the double electric guitar in there. I love the ba ba da da ba da 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 ba da 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 da. You really get that sense of drive and focus. And one of the best things about Ace Combat's music is that sense of rhythmic following that allows you to get into the zone and get really, really centered on what you're doing. And that particular track continues, and actually iterates and creates that feeling right off the bat, which is really cool. It's nice to hear Ace Combat's sort of progenitor, the very first thing. I never heard Air Combat music at all. A game that, so who was asking? Sorry, really quick. Lamenter, you were asking what we're filming today. Well, Time Bearing, we're doing Forgotten by Time. Then we're going to do porno games. Then we're going to do bad games, great music. Then we're going to do scary VGM, but the game isn't. And then Nintendo favorites, and then Mega Man if there's time. I don't even know how far I'll be able to get. I think I'm actually going to truncate the... right now there's 11 tracks in this video. I'm going to go ahead and drop out at least 3, because I want to keep this to about 7, also for time's sake. All right, yeah. So do that. Should I? We'll see. I got to get this stuff done because I'm streaming a lot at the rest of the month, so. Plus, I got to do stuff. A game that I think is severely underrepresented and maybe not underappreciated by its clamoring fans is Deus Ex. Deus Ex is a game series that's been around, since I've been playing games. And it's a bummer to see that the series is essentially, for all intents and purposes, dead, which sucks. But Icarus, which is the main theme from Deus Ex Human Revolution, is a track I've heard before, and I'm so excited to share it with you if you haven't heard it yet. Just a terrific natural crescendo here. To me, that's such a great example of a track that naturally builds on itself. It's a prime example, really, of crescendo writing, which is essentially a natural and slow build up over time that then leads to a really satisfying and emotional payout. One of the cool things about this track as well is that we never really lose sight of the rhythmic momentum, and we really never lose sight of the balance between natural and sort of mechanical aesthetic. Now, what's really cool is that we get almost a folklore and pressed white voice singing style in the background, and we get it with the male voice and then the female voice. In the female voice in the background, we have this natural like string thing going with the boom bum bum boom boom bum bum boom. The slow build is just so incredibly visceral. And white voice singing tends to be like that anyway, because there's no modification that's really occurring. I mean, there is, but we don't really hear it, as opposed to say opera singing or other styles of singing where they're a little bit more internal or less released. White voice singing is a very, very raw. I mean, you've heard countless examples of it in video games anyway, but the process of producing it is so frontal and so in the mouth and so essentially a primal scream. And in the opera days, we used to have a phrase, it's just beautiful screaming, which is true because the mechanics are all what we would use with a really healthy scream. But I have to say this piece is just like, it's transcendent. I mean, it really makes you contemplate, not dissimilarly to the Zone of the Enders track that I listened to first in this video, this overwhelming sense of like, what is the purpose? What is life? And what's crazy, I think, to me as well, is the fact that this is a main theme. This is the very first thing that you freaking hear in the game. And regardless of what you think of the game, it's just a monumental opening to that experience, and I think like a main theme makes or breaks in a lot of ways the emotional crux of the game experience right off the bat. So it has to deliver it's the opening of the curtain. It has to deliver on the storytelling that you're wanting to tell as a developer, as a maker of a game, and what the intentions are emotionally. And I think that does such a phenomenal job of making us feel really exposed and really raw. This is a dark, bleak, broken world mixed with organic and cybernetic, which is, essentially the sort of larger crux of what Deus Ex is all about: human revolution, human evolution, so on and so forth. So it's a really powerful piece. Ugh, it's so good. Another game that is basically just lost to time at this point is Gravity Rush, which is such a bummer because Gravity Rush aesthetically is delightful. I don't know how many of you have played Gravity Rush, but boy, it's a lovely game. Interesting mechanics. This is Discovery of Gravitation from the Gravity Rush OST. There it is. I love it. I never heard this part. Lovely. It's amazing how much a track can tell the story. In the beginning, you hear this sense of stress, like, you know, the sense of wonderment of like, whoa, what's going on? You know, maybe this is the first time that our character, I forget her name, you know, discovers that she can manipulate gravity essentially and walk on walls or something and float through the air. And so you have this moment of like, oh God, oh God. You look at your hands, suddenly they look a different way, or there's some sort of power coming out of them. And then all of a sudden it's the majesty of flying. And you hear that right away with that beautiful accordion and that beautiful movement. And then you get into this real like sense of like, finally, yes, you know, you fly through the air, and then all of a sudden you come back. And it's just a little bit of dissonance in there as well, just to be like, oh, I don't know, this might not be the best thing ever, but oh, okay. And then you just release, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous track of storytelling. And I love that. I love that about game music, is that so much story can be told through the music to not only enhance the context, but also for us as players and listeners to, you know, share in the understanding of what the character's feeling. Like, it's a beautiful thing, and this track really delivers on that. And Gravity Rush is a delightful game. It's a delightful game that I have played a little bit of, but I really did enjoy immensely. Just gorgeous stuff. Gorgeous stuff. It's an IP that I think a lot of people would love to have back. And a sad IP forgotten by time. Now, I don't know what this is. So there's Fire Emblem Heroes, Disturbance in Augustria. I'm not sure why. Fire Emblem is not forgotten by time, but I'm willing to hear the track anyway, just to understand what's going on. Maybe this particular track is not really talked about, or maybe Fire Emblem Heroes itself is not talked about very often, but let's take a listen. Wait, now, Fire Emblem Heroes is the mobile game. That's not forgotten by time at all. No, we will not be doing that one. Sorry. Delete. Hey, Kramen. Someone tried to sneak one in. Apparently, a game forgotten by time that I don't know anything about is Alchemist of Alrevis. What is that? This is Mana Chemia from... No. It's one of these, as some people in my comments like to say, so much weeb shit. This is Mana Chemia, Alchemist of Alrevis, The Whales of the Rain. Huh. You can literally hear the rain. Wails of the rain. You know, to me, in a lot of ways, that feels like modern classical piano music. I mean, it's just a little bit more evolved and maybe deviates quite a bit from the classical, you know, whatever structures and things. But if you really listen to it, it's a really lovely piece that I think tells a beautiful story of loss and what it means to sit in that pain of what it means to lose so much and what it means to, you know, try to pick up the pieces of your life and say, you know, how do I live? How do I pick up how do I start over? You know, it's all questions. And I think this is one of those tracks that if you're ever just down, you put this on and it's like, you can relate to it and it relates to you. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things about music in a lot of ways is that pieces often will speak for us. Emotions are very hard to describe for many people, for many different reasons. And music's phenomenal for allowing you to just listen and be heard and feel connected to your own emotions through music. Without judgment either, which is really a powerful thing. And in this particular track, like, yeah, I mean, okay, sure, the violin is obviously super MIDI and whatever, or the cello, but like that doesn't take away from the emotional integrity of the piece. And it's clearly made from a place of like, how do I get the player and the people listening to connect to not only the characters' wails of the rain or sadness, but also to themselves, right? And I think the piano there was just really beautiful. So much ostinato, so much playing in the left hand, and feeling that deep rooting of the lower piano into the upper register, and then at the end having that beautiful, like I pointed out, the beautiful rain cascading, just so beautiful, really, really beautiful. Again, Mana Chemia Alchemist of El Revis. The fuck is that? I have no idea, you know, but it's amazing how many games just exist with stunning music. Hey Zab, what's up? Pro, no, not yet. I'm no plans on doing Deep Woken any or Roblox stuff for right now. Although it's never off the radar. It's just not on my current radar. But yeah. Well, I'm glad you're working. That's good. I'm good. I'm glad. Whatever that means, right? So a game that I've actually heard a lot of people talk about is El Shaddai. I don't know why I said it like that. El Shaddai. I'm so sorry. El Shaddai, Ascension of the Metatron. Isn't this game on Steam? But I don't think a lot of people know it exists, or certainly El Shaddai. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, it came out in 2011, and really the conversation around it is not really happening. So we can go ahead and assume that this is definitely a video game that has been forgotten by time. It was originally out for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. This is Theme of El Shaddai. Let's take a listen to it. I love the clapping in the chorus. Oh my God. Well, El Shaddai translates to God Almighty, and boy, is that certainly a track that definitely invokes the power of God, right? Like there's something so incredibly beautiful about that. Now, obviously, the celestial choir of sopranos represents the chorus of angels. You definitely have this feeling of power and gumption in that sound, of strength, of power. And versatility, and sorry, I got confused. Hold on, I got distracted by a text. Oh, it's one of those fake ones. This track definitely exudes a ton of power, a ton of strength, but also this real celestial kind of sound that it almost invokes the angelic choirs, right? But then you get this terrific brass that I think really symbolizes El Shaddai's power, right? Again, the whole thing is about majesty and feeling like an almighty being. And I think that really fits. I don't think it's that deep, you know what I mean? But it's incredible how this music is so appropriate for symphony halls throughout the world, where if you were to program El Shaddai Ascension of the Metatron theme of El Shaddai and you didn't label it as such, no one would know the difference. Now, there are some things that are really cool in this, the clapping especially, and the forward momentum of the rhythm very much reminds me of this incredible oratorio, which is liturgical writing, usually in celebration of God or what have you, by Ariel Gonzalez, called Misa Criolla. And I think that this absolutely is not totally similar, because that is a very unique style of writing oratorio in and of itself. But El Shaddai's, this music here is so appropriate for oratorio celebrations that we already hear in classical writing as it is. It's really cool. And it's always such a treat to hear such pure, really well composed classical music in video games. And obviously El Shaddai, you can get it on modern consoles now, but I definitely think it's super underrated. And while it maybe isn't forgotten to time, I guarantee that the vast majority of people have, never heard of it. Lastly, don't say lastly. If you ever do YouTube content, don't say lastly. You got to keep people listening. Asura's Wrath has a massive, I think, fan base. Now, I don't know how big that fan base is, but they are certainly very loud. So I've actually heard of Asura's Wrath now for years, but I do believe that this game has been forgotten by time. As of right now, the only way you can play it, I'm pretty sure, is on Xbox. So let's check out Asura's Wrath in your belief. You know, this is another track that is exactly like the Zone of the Enders track and actually the Deus Ex track, in that it's about looking something in the eyes and saying, I'm not going to give up. And now it's odd that we've had several of these tracks, but in this one particular video, but I do believe that it's amazing to listen to 3 different iterations of a similar trope, a similar musical idea. And that idea can be written and composed in millions and hundreds of different ways. And that's the most amazing part to me about it, is that this track is all about finding the motivation inside of yourself to say, I believe that I can accomplish whatever I set my mind out to do, right? And it's incredible how the melody da 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 da, that really is the crux of the piece. It's saying, man, I am broken, battered, and bruised, but am I going to allow myself to not be able to rise up? It feels like Gurren Lagann to me in a lot of ways. Believe in me the way that I believe in you. Like, believe in yourself the way that I believe in you. You know, like that's the crux of this piece. And I love how emotional the violins can make us feel. It's really powerful. I love how now the clarinet takes over. God, that taiko sound there back there with the drums is just phenomenal. We're just tossing the melody around too with different instruments. It's such a cool move. mean, just a phenomenal ending here with the harp really leading us out. And really, this is such a masterclass in how to use a motivic idea and essentially in 5 minutes create a motivic, theme out of essentially nothing. Essentially we just have a call and response or variations on the theme, taking the motif, passing it around to different instruments within it. And what it does is it creates an incredible sense of prolonging, extension, a feeling of really allowing us to sit within a feeling, but also mind you that each instrument brings with it its own sense of sound and tone, which will then also change the emotional impetus that we feel as listeners. So it's an incredible thing, because while you could say, oh, it just repeats itself over and over and over, you wouldn't be wrong. But the subtlety in that is that there's actually so much happening because it's being tossed around so many times. There's a natural quality of of deep introspection within that piece, and choosing to, push away the bullshit of your life and say, okay, I have to get to what I need to get to. I need to get to work. I need to do this. I need to do that. There's a sense of real push in that sound because the motif continues to come back again and again and again. Now, look, we're just scratching the surface on games that have been forgotten to time and music that has been forgotten to time. Obviously, some of these, like Asura's Wrath, these have been around for a while and people know them and love them, but I still don't think that any of the tracks that we've listened to today have ever really reached past a certain threshold due to limitations, due to where they came out, when they came out, issues with the publishing, but whatever it may be. So there's so much more to go. Please definitely drop your forgotten games and your forgotten tracks in the comments below. Thanks a ton, and I'll see you later. Bye. All right. What's up, guys? Good morning, good afternoon, good morning. That was fun. I enjoyed that. I enjoy not doing... What's up, Viper? I enjoy not doing too many tracks because it gives me time to listen to the track. I still don't really know if listening to the whole thing is the optimal, best way to do this because, maybe it's better to do half of the track. But the hard part is that we're not going for vibes. We're going for discussion about specific themes. So that's what's also tricky. I love the opening of Suikoden. Yes, Suikoden 3 specifically. I think other tracks. I mean, Envia to me is very good, but I think probably Alicia or more likely Lumiere is one of the top ones for sure at this point. Okay. No, you're fine. You wouldn't disturb. I just wouldn't acknowledge until later. No worries. The reworked Jax theme. I don't even remember that. So I wouldn't worry about the spam. All right, let's see. Okay, porno music. We'll skip this one. Okay. My dystopian robot girlfriend. Yeah, no, that's why it doesn't really work. I can't really skip tracks. Copyright? Probably. Skip this one. Rants X. What the fuck is this? Okay. Monster Girl Quest. Hey, yeah, Cesar, I saw it at the very beginning of the stream. Looks awesome. I love that we're going back to the older style of music. A little bit diverse, though. Seems like this was a NSFW gotcha that's no longer active. Perfect. Phantasmal Funk. Flip Witch. Forbidden Sex Hex. Perfect. Castle in the Clouds. Water Cave. That is a porn game? How the fuck? Okay, that's fine. Strange Flesh. Bartender's Lure. Hey, Gabe, what's up? Muv Love Alternate. Why is it a mech game? Okay. Tsukihime. Game was mentioned. No song title given. Nice to be face inclusion. Massive route over other times. Adult visual novel. Okay. Oh yeah, Total Annihilation's great. I'm gonna steal this banger joke, by the way. Today, oh wait, no, what time is it? It's 1:35. Today we are redefining what banger tracks means. We're listening to more of the dirty stuff. Today we're checking out, first up, oh God. First up, we've got Tsukihime from 2000. This is track number 8. I don't know what the track is called. Let's dive in. You know, the question really becomes, why the fuck would you need porn? Why would you need music in a porno game? Well, the reality is, oh, Nathan, bleep out porno because it's not actually porno. The reality is that this is actually a very emotional track about what it means to go away, what it means to leave someone, what it means to lose something, what it means to say, you know, my life is at a point where I need change. And you choose to change. The music, like anything else, enhances the storytelling experience. And that storytelling experience might just be... Might just be fucking... Nathan, bleep that out. It's weird to do this live, but just go with it. Bleep that out. Remove that part, Nathan. But in cases like this, which this is a visual novel... we're still in the process of telling stories. And ultimately, music is there to help, enhance that experience, whatever that experience that needs to be enhanced is. That being said, this track really is very somber. It's very, very sad. It's very clear from the way the piano is writing and we have the beautiful string movement that this track is really about loss, about moving away, about moving on, about change. And how painful that change can be. And I love that about it, actually. Now, obviously, that track repeats many times, and really the scope of that remains the same as what I said earlier. You know, the way that we have the piano lilting da da ya da ya. There's also a moment that where I stopped a little bit before I stopped, where essentially we had a character, and now granted, I'm looking at a picture of someone holding a bag and looking at someone and saying, you know, essentially saying I'm leaving. But the thing about this track that really strikes me is the fact that the piano is really like, listen, I need to find myself. I need to figure out who I am. I need to journey through life and you know, have a wake up, have an awakening, you know, whatever awakening that might be, but have an awakening about of myself, and you know, I need this. And it's incredibly bittersweet and very sad, because on the one hand, things need to end, and then they also need to begin at the same time. So it's like there's hope for the future, but also that sadness of having lost something. Flame of Life. Excuse me. I crossed my streams. Muv-Love, alternative, Flame of Life. This looks like a mech game. What? Let's listen. Yeah, I mean, the most amazing thing about this track is that it makes me want to stand at attention. There's something so incredibly powerful about a natural growth that's occurring in this musically. We're naturally increasing in size and in volume as we're building up to the eventual climax. And while you may be laughing due to all these sexual innuendos, all of this stuff is actually valid musical expression and explanation. And it's true. Naturally, we are swelling and growing. Get your mind out of the gutter. How am I supposed to film a video of this with you behaving the way you are over there? But naturally, as we grow into this moment of saying, I have a responsibility, I have a job to do, I have to stand at attention and honor the fact that my job is to fight for this moment, fight for this opportunity, you know, to seize the day, to be strong, to be committed to, you know, this responsibility, this quest, this objective. You hear that musically, don't you? I mean, yes, we can make all the cute little funny jokes we want, but this is a very powerful track of going somewhere, of saying, look, this might be the end, but I'm not willing to just sit back and not take a chance, you know? And I think that's really powerful and very, 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 you know, exciting. I mean, it's a beautiful counter melody there with the horns. But seriously, sex jokes aside, I think there's something really powerful about this piece, about really feeling like, okay, this is the end of our rope, and we have to make a decision. We have to stand strong. We have to, push through this moment of adversity, and we have to galvanize and rally and face the coming dawn with strength and with fortitude and with courage. And I think, like, regardless of the context, regardless of the content, it's funny to make jokes, but at the same time, I think that piece is actually incredibly powerful. Now, I would love to hear that with a full orchestration, about 80 strong. Like, I think it would be majestic. And then it'd be hilarious to then raise the microphone and tell people that it's from a visual novel that features nudity and or sex. I think it would just be perfect, because people would be blown away by it. And I think that'd be really freaking cool. Phantasmal Fuck. Nope, that's not the title. Phantasmal Funk from Flipwitch is very... Flipwitch Forbidden Sex Heck. So, no, Forbidden Sex Hex. Nathan, just like, you know what to do. What do we have here? Now that actually absolutely is a banger. That is a fascinatingly cool track. I mean, to me, that exudes attitude, it exudes personality, it exudes this sense of like, I don't give a fuck about you or anybody else. I'm just out here living my life, doing whatever the fuck I need to do. And that's the kind of music that comes across there. Now, obviously, we have this terrific. See, it's actually funny because I don't generally like organs. I don't generally like jazz organ in general. Like, it's fine. It's a fine sound. But here it just works because it just has, it is this mix of funk. It's a little bit of acid jazz, but it has so much movement and rhythm and, constant pulsation. And what's really, really cool about it is that it keeps moving forward. And because of the vocals as well, there's just this awesome feeling of attitude, of stank, if you will. There's a joke there that I don't think is appropriate, so I'm not going to make it. But there's a real feeling in that of just like that's just an awesome track. Like, that track is just so much fun to listen to. It's got energy, it's got movement, it's got, it's bright but also kind of dark at the same time. There's a bit of an ebb and a flow in it. I love the feeling of like, I don't care about anybody, and it's just awesome. Yeah, like that's just like welcome to the nightlife, baby. You know what I mean? Like welcome to the red light district. Welcome to, you know, it could either be about a character where the character doesn't care about anything or like whatever, or it can be about, you know, welcome, like going to a place like a you know like a, I don't know, like a high rollers club or something. You know, there's a real like. It's like a come here. It's an invitation thing, which is really, really fun. Man, what a sick track! I had no idea that would get me going so much. Okay, next up is, okay, I probably won't do all these because this is from Magicami DX, Magicami opening theme, NSFW Gotcha, you dirty, dirty, dirties. Let's listen. What the First of all, which one of the mods was under my name that said I came at the right time? Because kindly get out of there. Second of all, that is slander. You can't be writing that. Good thing I trust my mods. I mean, that was amazing. That was, I mean, I laughed because it defied every single ounce of my expectations. It starts so cute, so beautiful, and then in the end, it totally obviously just takes a complete change and it goes in a total opposite tonal direction. That's a bait and switch. That is the catfish of catfishing of music, and I think it works unbelievably well. It's so freaking cool. It's so fun. I love the metal mixed in with the cute sort of J-poppy sound and like brightness. You know, this is this is what happens when you misbehave. You know, more than anything, though, I think it just showcases the dichotomy, whatever is happening in this story, or it did happen in this story since this is no longer running. Like there's clearly a multi-layering of, you know, what you see versus what you get. And I think that's pretty dope. I mean, musically, that is just incredibly satisfying. What an awesome track to listen to. No notes, no comments left to add. I'm really happy I heard that for the first time. That shit's crazy. Okay, we did that. Let's skip that. Hey, Benjamin. Yep. 6 are going to be uploaded here over the next couple days. Oh, really, Davey? Perfect. Bartender's Lure from a game called Strange Flesh. What do we got here? See, like, okay, yeah, okay, fine. Do I enjoy making an innuendo or two? Absolutely, I do. You know, sue me. Please don't. But in reality, like, the reason why I started a series about this type of music and these types of games is because I have always opened up my Steam page and I'm like, they're always the most popular games. Maybe not Strange Flesh, but there's plenty of games on my Steam most popular that are just dirty, dirty, dirty. And I was like, okay, well, like, how is the music in these games? Because it stands to reason that my brain would be, you know, you would be reasonable in assuming like, well, that game doesn't have music, you know, unless the dulcet sound of moans is music, which it can be, neither here nor there. You know, so to me, this is why I get excited and enjoy, you know, this, because you never know what you're going to find, right? And I think that that's really my brain is still in innuendo land. It's still an amazing thing. I mean, like, this is a sick track. And like, I would never, ever, ever in a million freaking years even know that this existed, because, you know, in my brain, I'm like, why would I listen to the music from eroge or, you know, porn games, Nathan, you know what to do. So in my mind, this is such a massive win because this is so cool. It's got so much energy. It's dark. It's got this aesthetic of mystery in it, of intrigue, of like, you know, like almost confusion, kind of like what's happening here. There's some sort of like, it like feels like a parallel universe, right? Or like some sort of like the conversation with somebody. There's like a musical seduction that occurs in this track. And the reason why it occurs, well, is due to that upper register da da ya da 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 ya da da da, that feels like a come here, let me tell you a story kind of sound. And it really blows my mind because I would just never think to even engage with this. And I'm sure most people don't engage with it because why would they? So we can laugh, it's kind of funny. Yes, of course. Who does it? Like, but there's so much stuff that can be discovered once we remove the prejudice. And I think, like, without getting on a soapbox about it, I think that's why I like this. Now, I love making a dirty joke or two, but beyond that, it's because there's just depth here. And it does go deep. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, but I definitely am ready for round 2 because that was so incredibly good. Like, that satisfied me in a way that I never could have expected. And frankly, I can't wait to listen to the entire soundtrack. Like, that thing slaps. That thing slaps super hard. And it's amazing. That I really wonder what the rest of that sounds like because that is so freaking fun to listen to. Wow, I'm really impressed by that. That's really cool. Next up is Monster Girl Quest, which surely is very, very benign, for Heavenly Knights Battle. So much dissonance, my God. Yeah, I mean, that's fun. It loops there. So, I mean, I think for me that like very clearly is like, you know, taking action, going towards something, fighting a battle, feeling empowered, feeling strong, feeling supported, feeling like, you know, you can really take this thing on. I really appreciate the strings, also the drum set there, constantly propelling us forward. There's really a sound quality in that of like, okay, we've got this, we can do it. We can wholeheartedly go towards our goal and nothing will stop us, even though we are currently in a battle. I really appreciated that. I mean, it definitely was a little bit flatter than some of the other tracks we've listened to today, but you know, I appreciate that you can hear very plainly what the sort of action is that's being chosen and the action that's taking place, whatever action that is. And to me, yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. Next up is Rance X, which I think I've listened to one other track from Rance. This is Blood Memories. Ooh, syncopation. Okay, triplets. Dum 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 dum. Oh, I love this. Okay, this is like so far up my alley. It's not even funny because this is like electronic, like this is like essentially symphonic metal meets like prog rock. Like that is absolutely wild. That is so good. I absolutely love the feeling of like, I know it's probably one guitar, but it feels like two in unison. And I love the sense of like commitment and focus and drive in that a guitar, you know, I love the electric guitar because it's such a vocal instrument, and it just is screaming out. It's saying like, hey, you know, this is possible. You know, there's a lot of positivity in some of these tracks, and it's cool because it feels like you can do it. You know, you can do it all night. I believe in you. You know, like you're capable of great things. We can overcome this difficulty. We can, you know, we can do this together and be unified and you know, fight for whatever. Like there's a real sound of courage in that, and it's very empowering. And I love the mix of orchestral stuff with the electric guitar in there as well. Super cool. It's just such a bright, and even though like the odds seem really against us, there is so much possibility that we can do this. You know what I mean? It's really cool. My God, that's so awesome. Oh, I love the horns. This is so cool. Wow, I could listen to that for 10 minutes. That was awesome. I love, especially when the upper register of the electric guitar started going. Oh my God, the sense of drive and the sense of purpose and the sense of responsibility and like focusing on yourself and believing in the possibility that you can be better than bigger than what you are. It's just so cool. A lot of innuendos in there I didn't even mean to say. I mean, I just loved that track. That is something I would happily show people. Like, it's just so much fun. I just loved it. I loved that track so freaking much. That was awesome. I almost skipped it. I'm really glad I didn't. What a great track. Just so much like heart and soul in that track. And just again, I mean, it's like, this is from a visual that it's like, wow. It defies expectations in the biggest way. It's awesome. My dystopian robot girlfriend. Well, at the rate AI is going, white dress. That feels like the robot girlfriend crying out. I mean, honestly, you know, white dresses tend to be symbolic of virginity, symbolic of, you know, innocence, symbolic of weddings, obviously. To me, that track is incredibly somber. It's actually, it's the opposite. To me, it doesn't feel like it's actually it's nothing joyous at all, is it? It's very tragic, actually. The whole track just feels like it's just loss. It's again, we heard another track, it's brokenness. It's never getting that, you know. It's something slipping through your fingers. It's very tranquil, but in a sort of upsetting kind of way. I mean, I'm really blown away. You know, I did this a second time, and I was kind of excited about it because I really had a good time the first time I filmed this. But actually, the selections I listened to today reaffirmed and actually doubled down on this idea that, like, music from these types of games can be profoundly amazing. And I think, you know, it's just a funny thing, isn't it? It's really cool how well done this stuff is. And I mean, we're only scratching the surface. We got way deeper to go. So if you want me to make another video where we listen to this type of music from these types of games, definitely drop your suggestions in the comments below. Definitely going to keep an eye out on those. And yeah, talk to you later. Bye. Wow, that was amazing. What a great... What a great like selection of songs. Like, Suki, thank you. What an amazing video. Like that was awesome. So many good tracks there. Really just blown away by that. I'm really impressed. Really impressed. So cool. I did not expect that. All right, how are we doing on time? Let's see. I think good. Also, I forgot I ordered a Switch 2 controller. Did I? Surely I did. Did I? From where? Where did I order this? I know I ordered one. Marco purchases. Oh, the fuck? Okay, not from Best Buy. Where the fuck did I order this from? Amazon? My Switch comes tomorrow. It almost didn't happen though, because I was on the phone with Walmart for fucking... Yeah, the last one was beautiful. Shit, I know where to order the Switch. Fuck. Where could I have ordered it from? Chat, where did I order my Switch 2 controller from? Hold on, let me see. I know I ordered it. Oh, I bet you it's from GameStop. Yes. Yes. Fuck. I'm sorry, guys. I just need to check this. Also taking a mental break. Did I order it? GameStop. No. Did I not order one? I might have not ordered one. Fuck. Don't do this. Remember what you buy. Oh, did I buy it? I must have. I hope Twilight Princess comes to Switch 2. How could it not? How could it not? Like, surely it has to. Don't call me Shirley. You left a salty... You wouldn't be the first one to leave me a salty comment. Oh, I remember, for the chick, your comment was about Arashi no saxophone, right? Wait, no. Did I order from Target, maybe? Will Wind Waker be a better experience with the original GameCube controller? I don't remember my question. What was my what was my question? Kramen thinks it'll be fine without. I could have sworn I ordered this from GameStop. Or from Best Buy. I'm so confused. If Wind Waker is better experience with the original. Good luck. What time is it? 2:30? Okay, noted. Pre-order arriving Monday, June 9th. No, I can't do that. I won't be here. Nope. Huh. This is funny. I could have sworn I bought one. Maybe I just did. Maybe I was like, I don't need it. Because I don't need it. I'm so confused. Could have sworn I bought one from GameStop. I'm so confused. It's okay. I have like 10 controllers. Plus, oh, but it has the audio jack. Well, who cares? Ooh, okay. Sorry. Almost done. Oh, yeah. Well, no, what am I talking about? No, you know why I didn't buy one? Because I already have these 8-bit DOE controllers that I really like. Doorbell just rang. Hold on one sec, chat. No, sorry. There was a delivery guy, so I had to grab something. All right. Yeah, no, let's just grab some Olipop. All right, I think, what time is it? 2:40. So I think I'll be able to get Mega Man. Okay. Okay, let's do scary video game music, but the game isn't. And then let's do Mega Man. Okay, let's do that. In high school, someone we thought it'd be funny if my name was Marco Meatball for a wrestling thing. Okay, check this out. Grab this. Grab that. Grab this. Grab that. Shin Megami Tensei 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And grab this. 7. All right. I don't wrestle. This is something that was happening at the time. Okay. All right. Start filming at 2:30. All right. Let's see. Somebody spotted Gaben's boat near the city where Summer Game Fest is happening. Half-Life 3. Fuck, I can't stop drinking Olipop. I took like 4 days off. Okay. Hey, my name is Marco. I'm a I have Dragon Ball Z, but I actually haven't read it yet. Hey, what's up? My name is Marco. I'm a former professional opera singer, and I love talking about video game music from an emotional perspective after a decade on the stage. Today, I wanted to check out something interesting: scary video game music from not scary games. In fact, I'm going to change this up a little bit, and I'm going to rank them. I'm going to rank these 6 songs. No, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Huh? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I am going to rank these 8 scary songs from not scary video games. Here we go. First up, of course, I peeked. First up, of course, is Lavender Town from the original Pokemon Red and Blue. Yeah, I mean, I think that really does such a great job of really showcasing this sort of disparate, place that used to be one way and now feels totally different, as if all the people that are living there are, blankly staring at you, their eyes sort of staring off into the distance, 1,000-yard stare. It definitely has that. Obviously, Lavender Town, I think, is the town that has been possessed by hunters and Ghastlies and Gengars. I think I can't remember exactly what happens in Lavender Town, but that being said, I think what's really effective about this is, well, a couple different things. I think number one, we have that bum 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 bum. That's obviously a little bit uncomfortable, and there's tons of dissonance. Da, 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 ya, da, da. That's also in there too. That I think that little musical gesture lends itself to this like feeling of like, ooh, something's not quite right. Not only that, but I think as it continues on, the drone actually is the thing that's most scary about it. As the track continues on, we get this sense of, almost psychosis, because it doesn't feel like everything's all that right. So, I mean, you listen to it once or twice and you're like, oh, okay, that's a little uncomfortable. You sit there and you continue to listen to it. And all of a sudden, which is why I let it play out for a minute, which even then I started getting a little like, okay, that's a long time to be listening to this. By the time we get to, a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, by then it's really sunken itself into us. And it's like, okay, this is kind of unnerving, isn't it? And I think part of that is because of the sound chip, but also the dissonance. There's so much clash in this that is incredibly effective, and I think it works super duper well. It's definitely an uncomfortable track. Scary, arguable. I'd put that at a solid 5 out of 10 on the scary list, but I would put it on a 8 out of 10 on an uncomfortable track list, which this is not. So, yeah. It's pretty unnerving. Now, Kirby is a gentle, beautiful, effervescent pink thing. And yet Kirby's music is very uncomfortable at times. This is Kirby Canvas Curse music from the what? This is Kirby Canvas Curse, the world of Drossia. There's the distance. I mean, the scariest part about that is it reminds me of my childhood in the AOL dial-up days, but it's certainly a bit unnerving because of the fact that we have this electronic pulsation that kind of occurs in the beginning and in the second loop of it. Now, obviously, the upper register, da, 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 da. Obviously, that's very unnerving. It's very uncomfortable. And again, this is Kirby we're talking about. Now, I know that Kirby has existential horror, Cthulhian dread, existential crises and stuff in it, but it is unnerving for what it is. It's certainly not something you would expect in a Kirby track, and it certainly, like Lavender Town, does a great job of making us feel uncomfortable. I would definitely put that at a 6 out of 10 on the most scary video game music from a non-scary video game. Very unnerving, and really effective too. That's crazy. Minecraft is another one that, in general, Minecraft is a really peaceful experience, but in story mode, Wither Storm, can Minecraft be scary? Here, let's find out. Scary, no, it isn't. I mean, it definitely has there's definitely a sense of dread and a sense of nervousness and a forward momentum there, as if this wither storm is coming after you and chasing you, but not in the sense of like chasing you in a horror, scary way, but more so in like an anticipatory, like, holy crap, we have to find shelter because this storm is coming in hot. We need to protect ourselves kind of way. So for me, as far as like being scary, I mean, it's unnerving at times, but I would definitely put it at like a 3 out of 10 on the scary scale for a scary video game track in a not scary video game. I certainly think it does a great job of building tension, and the whole time it kind of feels like you're a little bit on edge versus being afraid. But it was interesting to hear that. Let's check out Shin Megami Tensei 4's main theme. Scary maybe in the beginning, especially the lower piano hits, and then of course that grunge and that sort of industrial aesthetic. I definitely think it's unnerving. I certainly will give you that. I would probably put it at a 7 out of 10 on the like scary game music, but not the scary music, but not scary game list. Mostly because of the piano in the opening, but by the end of it, man, I was just having a great time. Like, it's just such a fun theme to listen to. So for me personally, I'm gonna put that as 7 out of 10. I'm not scared of that track, but at the same time, like, I can see where the intention was with that. So, you know, I think the lower piano especially, I think it's funny. I think I'll bump up Kirby. I'll put Kirby at like a solid 7 out of 10 as well. And yeah, I will keep these both there. You know, I'll bump up Kirby to 8. Screw it. Really unnerving, that track. And then I'll put this one at a 7 out of 10. And then Lavender Town will be at a 5 out of 10. That feels good to me. Let's check out Chaos the Mother from Abzu. A beautiful game about exploring the depths of the ocean. It is legitimately uncomfortable. I mean, I think that this, Austin is such a great composer, and I think like what really works for me in that is the constant pulsation with the synth sound. That little bit of the electronic music aesthetic really sends home the idea that like something is very unnatural here and very not safe. The pulsation feels like a heartbeat. The pulsation feels kind of very unnerving. On top of that, you also have the incredible work of the chorus there, which I think really sends home how powerful voices can be at creating distortion and creating discomfort and disease. One of the things that's really cool about it is that it's all basically like loosely straight toned on vowels, and when you get a chorus that then mixes accents and dissonance, what you end up getting is a real sense of tension and slash fear. And I think it works unbelievably well. It's a very evocative piece. It's a very jarring piece. It's ambiance, but it's ambiance with immense discomfort attached to it. So it like sort of defies what we would consider as like standard or normal ambiance, and it's very unnerving. I would definitely put that at an 8 out of 10 in terms of the, not really a scary game, but most certainly a scary track. That for me definitely takes the cake there so far. The next track is where is it? Here it is. The next track is Strains of Insanity from Chrono Trigger. No, that's not true. Okay, it's true now. Oh my god, that's right. So unnerving. I think the simplicity in that absolutely takes the cake for me. That's an easy 9 out of 10 for me, and I'll tell you why. Well, that's my job, so of course I'm going to tell you why. But the big thing for me is the sustain. The sustained strings coupled with this like laughter cough thing, just this broken world, broken sound mixed in with some occasional accents from another set of strings. It is very uncomfortable. It's very, very, very like we should not be here. The coo 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 is just so uncomfortable. It is jarring, and it is very much a place that you don't want to spend too much time in. I definitely put that at an 8 or a 9. Let's put it at an 8 out of 10 for sure. It has similar vibes to me as Abzu's track. It's very uncomfortable. Let's check out World of Nothing from Super Paper Mario. Yeah, this too. What, it's such a cacophony. There's a huge hodgepodge of noise in here. Cymbal crash there, delay. Electronic, industrial. The chimes. That strong beep. It's absolutely a hodgepodge. That's actually terrifying. That's definitely a 9 out of 10. That's really uncomfortable. That's really uncomfortable. There's so much stuff happening at one time. You have the chimes that should be very bright and beautiful. It's like a thing that you attribute with children. Then you have almost like the heart rate monitor when it flatlines. You've got that beep in there. Then you've also got the synthetic sound. You also have the cymbal crashes, and you have the industrial stuff. You could put that in a children's room in a Silent Hill game, and I think it would be as terrifying. Definitely has similar vibes actually to a lot of the industrial ambient music that we would hear, or ambient sound that we would hear in a Silent Hill experience, and certainly like a Silent Hill 2. So for me, that's a 9 out of 10. That's very uncomfortable, and that's not the first time that I've heard a scary track from a Mario game. Unsurprisingly, Mario, the bright sunshine for all of us, our brother, is also the music is capable of also making us poo-poo in our pants. So very, very cool. Let's check out, next up is Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, Tremble. Oh, that's right. There are multiple occurrences in Endwalker that are actually truly very frightening to witness and frightening to experience. I mean, a lot of the stuff that occurs in that game, without spoiling it for those of you that haven't played it yet, is quite unnerving. And for me, that's another. I mean, that's more of an ambient sound effect. I would put that also in the same range as Mario. I'd probably give it a 9 as well. It's unnerving. Final Fantasy XIV is generally speaking a pretty bright experience. It's certainly not a scary game, but there are certain themes that pop up definitely in Endwalker that are uncomfortable and scary. And I would absolutely put that in a 9 out of 10. And then let's listen to the Sonic CD Game Over music. What the fuck? Okay, I did not expect that. That is a 10 out of 10. That is incredible. What? How is that the Game Over music? Hold on. It's crazy. That's insane. That's a 10 out of 10. I can't believe that. I've never heard Game Over music that was quite so viciously devious and diabolical. That's an easy 10 out of 10 for me. And that's the end of this video. That was really, really fun. I think that this is a really fun experiment to explore other games that are really quite positive and quite nice that have scary music attached to them. It's a fun little experiment. I definitely want to do more of that. So thanks a ton, and I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, I think that'll do it. I don't think I have the mental energy to do, well, that was 3 videos. I don't think I have the mental energy to do more. Plus we have the state of play here in 2 hours. So I'm gonna go upload some Night Rain videos, and then take a break, and then come back at 5 p.m. EST for the State of Play. Thanks everybody. When Sex 3, well, once Sex 2 comes out. So, and I also want to go watch some unboxing videos of the Switch. Thanks a ton, everybody. Appreciate it. We will be back in a couple hours for the State of Play. So, yes, Proy, yes, it's on my to-do list. I will try to get it done tomorrow if I can. All right, everybody, take care of yourselves. See you for the State of Play in just a few hours.